welcome yet again to part 20, I think. So this time I'm going to be tackling the game with Speedy. Now Speedy is, as the name suggests, a very quick character. He starts with a whopping plus 30% speed, and that makes him very quick. He also gets plus 1 melee damage for every 2% speed that you have. So this actually isn't 0, but is rather 15 from the get-go. However, the negatives are that he gets minus 100 armor while standing still. This effectively means that you take almost double damage when you stand still. And he has minus 3 base armor. So the idea is very simple. Don't stop and don't get hit. And the speed allows you to basically avoid a lot of trouble, shall we say. However, the question is, what weapon are we going to use? Because he does specialize in melee damage. Now, I don't like the idea of going fists, knives, daggers, sticks. Spears are a maybe, but screwdrivers and wrenches. These are kind of interesting, actually. I haven't tried an engineering build with Speedy. What I have normally done is shurikens. I do think primitives could work, especially spear is interesting because it has very long range. I can say for certain that shurikens are very potent with this character. However, I actually want to try out spears. I want to do, like, this is the one character I want to try something new with, and I want to try to actually go ahead and focus on spears pretty much exclusively, because spears have a solid scaling with melee damage, which means they just deal very good damage with Speedy's enhanced melee damage. They have longer range, which means they're pretty safe to use, and while their cooldown is a bit long, they do actually deal good AoE damage, so they should clear quite effectively. I have almost beaten Danger 5 with Speedy. A few times I've gotten into the final wave. I haven't managed to do it, but the runs that I have managed to do it are with shurikens, so I know for a fact that shurikens work really well on Speedy. But let's make things a little bit more interesting. Let's go with a spear. The other bonus with the spear is the primitive tag, of course, that allows you to get more max HP. This, again, allows you to deal with the damage a little more easily that you will inevitably at some point take because of the negative armor. You know, you can take a lot of damage. So let's go. Spear, Danger 1, Speedy. Alright. Another cool thing is that the weapon hitbox actually lingers a little bit, so this thing can actually clear quite nicely. Alright, left some materials on the ground, but it's not too bad. So yeah, already getting some interesting choices. I'm leaning towards crit chance. I want to really hit very hard. Alpha Strike and basically one-shot things, and crits are going to allow me to do just that. Slingshots are another interesting option. A pretty ranged weapon. Actually lower range than the spear, oddly enough. Glasses are kind of interesting, plus range could be quite nice, but I think I'm just going to reroll for more spears in the early game. Okay. No, this is particularly interesting. And let's lock the spear as well. Alright. Dual wielding thus far. And yeah, 30 damage per poke is actually pretty potent stuff. I'm also on 14 hit points, that's quite nice. So yeah, basically what you want is, you want enough hit points so that you can actually tank at least a single hit from the boss in the later waves, while standing still. So basically you need to be able to withstand at least one double damage hit from a boss. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. I'm gonna go for attack speed, as that's just a solid stat to focus on early on. Tree's tempting, I'll lock that. I don't like the hatchet. Hatchet too. The reason why I don't want to go for the hatchet, even though it's a good weapon, is because it is very short range. I have to get really close for the hatchet to actually do something. It is an interesting option, as it combines quite nicely with a spear. So the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm on the fence about it. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go for the hatchet. Hatchet and spears. Pure primitive. Nothing fancy. Hopefully it's gonna work out fine. Only one way to find out. Alright. But yeah, the speed is tremendously beneficial. It allows you to avoid a lot of trouble. So yeah, I actually really enjoy the Speedy character. Okay, excellent. Leaving a little bit of materials on the ground, but nothing too major. Alright, I think grabbing 5 luck is not bad. Yeah, I'll take the hatchet. In the early waves, I want to pretty aggressively roll for weapons. I'm absolutely going to lock the cute monkey. That's going to be a very beneficial item for healing up. Alright. So yeah, if something does get close, it'll get swiped with the axe. This character scales quite nicely into the late game as well. Since you do get extra melee damage from extra speed, just getting a bunch of extra speed on top of what you already have is also a good idea. So yeah, quite a nice character. The boss waves are have proven to be a bit tricky for me, but it's doable. Alright, let's grab the extra XP. 8% damage is quite appealing, since it is the only blue offer to me. I will pick this up. Attack speed is appealing, so is lifesteal. I think for the time being I can just get away with going for pure offense. Let's grab the hatchet, get that. Injection is somewhat tempting actually, since potential damage will actually affect the melee damage quite a lot, because I already start out with so much flat melee damage. Injection is not bad at all. Yeah, I will lock it and I will reroll for a weapon. One more reroll. Ooh. Defective steroids are quite interesting. I'm actually going to lock these. I'm going to do one more reroll. That's kind of a bad reroll. I will actually grab the Bean Teacher as well. Okay. That'll allow me to get quite a lot of extra XP actually. I do have the cute monkey, which means... yeah, I have the cute monkey. Which means that I will be able to heal quite a lot from just picking up materials, which is also really quite relevant. And if you're wondering why I'm kind of skipping a bunch of the good defensive stats early on, it's because long term you can just reroll really cheaply in the early waves. So I want to kind of RNG manipulate myself into getting all the stuff that is absolutely vital for my success. While the hit point recovery mechanics are important, I don't need them this early on, so I will eventually do build into them. I'll grab the speed. Yeah, get the Bean Teacher, that's pretty important to get early on. Get defective steroids, I'll keep the injection. Cacti-club is somewhat interesting, as the spines do allow you to heal more. They don't scale that well with melee damage. The other problem is that they actually are a pretty slow weapon. So, you know, it's actually slightly slower than a spear, but it also has a lot less range than the spear. So the cacti-club is not that interesting, and the hatchets are already very good at dealing with the threats that are very close to me. But secondly, the hatchets actually scale better with the damage into late game, so I think the hatchet is kind of the superior choice. I will try to get some extra range at some point to help mitigate the axe's very short range, as I do think getting some extra range is actually quite nice, especially with the very short range melee weapons. Because this character, again, is quite a risky one. You really don't want to get very close to the enemies, generally speaking. And range helps you to basically just play it a little bit safer. Alright. Get these guys. Ooh, nearly ate the bullet from the flying elephant head. Alright. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, so far so good. Obviously, early waves are pretty straightforward. Should have gotten 3 there. 3 lifesteal is pretty tempting. Dodge is also a mechanic that's pretty tempting with this character, so I'm going to try and get some dodge at some point. I will grab the purple lifesteal simply because it's just so good. 5 crit chance is also good. Very nice offensive potential from that particular item. Metal is tempting. It throws away some of the crit I just picked up, but 3 max HP is good, 3% damage is good, speed is also good, and 3% speed also translates into 1.5 melee damage, which is quite nice. So yeah, I'll grab the metal. I'll also grab the scar. Injection is still locked. Tempted to grab the defective steroids as well. So yeah, pretty pretty good items being offered in the shops thus far. A lot of desirable stats are actually getting picked up early on, which is nice. Okay, there we go. But yeah, the reason why the crit is so important is because I am more or less intending to actually kill the bosses, or the boss, because I've been playing quite a lot of Danger 5 recently, and the elites and the bosses, they're quite menacing, so I very much favor going for quite a lot of damage. The offensive power is very much appreciated in my mind. Alright, okay, got the tree right before the end there. Oh, another crate. Duct tape. One armor is not bad. Obviously, as you're moving, you know, armor is still working just fine. So I'll actually pick up the duct tape because it is free. Shady potion, again, free 20 luck is pretty good. The little bit of negative hit point regen is not that impactful. I'm tempted to grab the 3 armor here. 9 max HP is good too, but time to get a little bit of that. This is a tricky one because these are actually all desirable stats for me. I think getting a nice bump into my range is pretty useful. Obviously, crit chance is also very appealing. Melee damage is just nice to have. Attack speed obviously impacts all the weapons in a positive way. I'm thinking range right now. Aha, interesting. So I think I'll actually combine the hatchets, grab the spear. Yeah, grab the injection, grab the effective steroids, and I'll leave the scope in the shop. I'm actually going to check the purple spear damage. Yeah, it's 74, or 73, sorry. And crits for 2x, so yeah. Tremendous potential for poking enemies down. That's something that's really cool about the spear. It definitely... Well, it's just a pretty safe weapon. And just as I say that, I take a bunch of damage from the heavy. Funny how that works. Oh, there we go again. Alright. Fortunately, I have a decent amount of luck, which means quite a bit of food tends to drop. And the other thing is that I do have a little bit of lifesteal, so I can heal up quite nicely. And of course, there's a cute monkey, which further allows me to heal quite substantially just by picking up a bunch of materials. So actually, the health recovery is in a pretty healthy spot, I'd say. Quite early into the game, actually. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident so far. Sunglasses is absolutely what I want. 10 crit chance is very appealing. I will grab the 2 lifesteal. 4 hit point regen is another one that's actually kind of interesting. I don't hate this idea, but I think I have enough health recovery mechanics. I think the hit point regen tends to be maybe not the weakest, but in my experience, a little bit on the weaker side of things. Since I'm not really specializing into defenses, I actually want to start working on dodge, I think, because there's a long way to go, and I do want to hit the dodge cap. So yeah, the healing mechanics have to take a little bit of a backseat for the time being. Weird food is tempting, but I would be throwing away dodge, which I don't really like. Although, even though I throw away 2 dodge, this might actually be worth it, but I'm not going to grab it just yet. This might come back into play later. Okay, so this is an interesting one. All of this is good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the piggy bank. I'm always going to lock this and this. Because I have the piggy bank, I could just cash out a little bit right now since I have such a low amount of money anyway. I would only gain, what, 24? No, 23. I think it's rounded down. So I would get 23 extra money from this. So technically I could pick up the gambling token and not do anything next wave. Or I could pick up the spear. I have enough for, well, I can't pick 2 items up. So actually I'm just gonna play it, I'm gonna play it greedy. Yeah, I'm gonna play it greedy. Let's just go. The beanie may or may not have been worth locking, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, I can clear wave 9 very easily. I'm feeling pretty confident that I can also clear wave 10, and by that time the piggy bank has already saved up a fair bit of money for me. So I think, yeah, in about 2 waves, the piggy bank will have paid for itself, and then the rest is gravy, so that's basically the plan right now. I'm not going to play tremendously greedy. I might even be able to get away with it, as so far things have actually been going really well for me. And I'm really liking this clearing power. I feel like I'm doing very good damage. Yeah, I'm actually tremendously enjoying the spears. I think they work very nicely on Speedy. Long-range melee weapons. That's something you don't really have very often, and the spears are definitely delivering on that front. Another cool thing is that as you upgrade the spears, 8 max hit points for 4 dodge. It's offered for free. I do actually want that. 6 dodge, 15 attack speed. I do want the attack speed right now. There's crit chance, damage percentile. I will take the percentile damage here. So something I want to show is that yeah, the primitive tier 1 spear only has 250 range, whereas the purple spear actually has 400 range. So the range does increase as you upgrade the spears, which is also a really nice little thing. The mouse is kind of tempting. It does increase the amount of enemies, and that's not trivial. I want to make that point. I don't think I actually need the mouse. I think I can make it without it. The 5% lifesteal is very nice to get. The plus 10% enemies obviously means more money from enemies. I'm on the fence about this. Again, if you have enough clearing power, it's trivial to kill these heavy amounts of enemies, but things too tend to get away from you in the later waves, particularly the little spitters. Can be a little bit problematic, so I'm really on the fence about this one. It is a good item, but no, I'm not going to pick it up. I'm just going to go. So the piggy bank just earned me over 200, or sorry, not over 200, but over 100 materials. So it has effectively paid for itself at this point, which is good. And now I'm just going to start cashing out bit by bit. Try not to get too greedy. That's basically the plan. That's the balancing act. Because of course if you get greedy and you get away with it, you can just become obscenely powerful. It's actually a pretty comical just how strong you can get in this game. Alright, took some damage from that guy. Okay, weave through these guys. Plenty of materials in the center, very nice. Yeah, the hatchets are definitely doing work once I get close to enemies. That's actually really good. And unlike the spears, the hatchets actually have like this sweeping arc of a trajectory rather than just a straight poke, which is also very nice. So level 15, guaranteed purples. Here I am tempted. Ooh, I'm tempted by 3 of these. Armor is also not bad. Actually, all of these are good, yeah. Crit chance is, of course, very beneficial in terms of damage. Range is also nice. Makes my weapons a little bit slower, but makes the build even safer, as does the armor. And also extra damage. Well, you know, if the enemy is dead, they pose no threat to you. Luck is the one that may or may not be worth it overall. This is not a very straightforward choice for me. I like the idea of getting range because I'm confident that I'm going to be offered a bunch of items that will reduce my range anyway. So I think range might actually be the play here. I will cash out just a little bit. I'll grab the beanie and I will grab the spear. I could actually lock the shmoop as well. Get some max HP, get some regen. I think it's a little bit expensive, so I'll just skip over it. Because really I'm paying for the 6 max HP since I have a little bit of negative regen anyway. I'd rather focus on lifesteal and maybe try to get another cute monkey. That would be fantastic. Because again, the cute monkey has tremendous potential when it comes to healing you up quickly. You know, you can just leave a nice healthy puddle of materials somewhere on the map and just go and pick them up when you need them. And it'll heal you very rapidly. Alright, grab all this good stuff. Yeah, so far the clearing power is very solid. Also because my spears have such long range, the shooters are very easily dealt with. It can be somewhat tricky to actually reach them with melee weapons normally. But again, spears, with their fantastic range are coming in very handy. Alright, so 1300 materials. I'm setting up quite a lot, absolutely 10% attack speed. I will take it. Ritual, precisely what I needed. 9% dodge, perfect. Let's go. Another 30 range is on the table. I think this time I will actually grab some crit chance. My range is already pretty healthy. The hatchets have 159, which is pretty good. The hunting trophy coming in at an interesting point in time. I definitely want the black belt and also get the hunting trophy. The alien eyes are not that interesting to me, and the gambling token, I think it's time to pick it up. So cashed out a little bit. Still gonna get almost 200 materials from the piggy bank there, so the piggy bank is actually earning me very, very nice amounts of money. Getting very good value out of it. I could of course get a little bit greedier, but honestly I think at this point I would at least like to think that I've learned my lesson about greed. But let's face it, I probably haven't. Alright. Very nice, 2 trees in the corner. Okay, got those. Alright. Yeah, this is definitely going well. Grab the tree. Get the guys in the center. Okay. Up, took 10 damage from the charger. That's actually a pretty considerable amount. Although the loot alien went down really quickly, so yeah, the damage is definitely very considerable that I'm dealing. Okay, get the crate. Very nice. Get the tree. No crate, but it's honestly been a pretty good wave, nevertheless. Alright, being offered a wheelbarrow. I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting a lot of income already through the piggy bank. I don't want to throw away the armor, so I'm just gonna recycle that. Statue. Oh no, not with Speedy. You stand still, you get attack speed, but unfortunately I don't want to do that. I could probably get away with it, but I don't like the idea of going for that. Here I'm actually going to do the safety play. I'm going to grab 3 armor up. There's another spear waiting to be picked up. I will actually do that. The candle is interesting because it reduces enemies. I already get a lot of money from my piggy bank, so I could actually reduce the enemies. The candle is absolutely a pretty interesting choice right now. A little bit tempted to go for it. I mean, obviously the elemental damage component does really nothing for me, and neither does a hit point regen. I will also lose 5% damage. Actually, I'm gonna skip it. I'm feeling pretty confident, so I don't think I need to actually go for that. I will grab the hunting trophy, and I will grab the mastery as well. With 6 melee damage is very appealing indeed. And I will also grab the fin. Let's just cash out a little bit. Got another 210-ish materials for the piggy bank there. So this basically allows me, well, what it buys me is a few rerolls each round, or even a decent expensive item. So yeah, just getting tremendous value out of the piggy bank right now. Alright, very nice. Okay. Yeah, so 200 trophies means I have basically 66% chance of getting an extra material when I kill with a crit. The crit chance is a little bit low. I think it would be cool to pivot into the crit chance a little bit more. And oh my, I'm taking a lot of damage. Let's grab the materials, grab the food. Very nice, back to healthy, more or less. Okay, I need to play it a little bit safer now. I think it's time to invest in some defensive stats. But before that, I'll grab the crit chance. I'm not going to take the blood donation, that's very risky. There's the blindfold, so crit chance and dodge at the cost of some range. So that's why I have that nice healthy amount of extra range. So yeah, I think it's time to cash it a little bit. Gummy Berserker is interesting, 15 range and 5 attack speed. It cost me 1 armor. I don't like the idea of throwing away armor right now. Blood Leech is appealing, 2 lifesteal in the hit point region. I might actually go for a little bit of hit point region there as well. Energy Bracelet is very expensive. The elemental damage component doesn't really do anything for me. The 4 crit chance is appealing, but paying 139 for 4 crit chance, no thanks. Handcuffs are interesting, but it's a little bit too early for them. I don't want to save them or lock them either, because then my rerolls are just going to be 3 items per reroll, so that's a little bit suboptimal. This is interesting because it's just straight up red. So I could get a Thief Dagger. It has a 69% chance to crit, and it already does 59 damage. It also gets a 60% chance to gain 1 material. So, interesting. It doesn't scale that well with the melee damage, getting only a 50% scaling, but it has very high crit chance, so it basically hits for double damage 2/3 of the time, whereas the hatchet only double damages 1/3 of the time. However, it will double damage for heavier damage, and the hatchet is a little bit faster as well than the Thief Dagger. I think this is a little bit too expensive. It doesn't synergize well with the weapon tags. It's a tricky one. I could merge the hatchets and just pick it up. But that's higher range than the hatchets, though. That's something to note. I will actually combine the hatchets and grab this. I'll grab the 7% damage as well. And I'll go. But yeah, things are pretty risky. If I get... my health recovery is not quite as fast as I would like it to be. It is considerable, but could be further augmented for sure. As became apparent last wave, where I took a fair bit of damage and then was struggling a little bit to recover it. Or recover from the damage, I guess. Okay, there's the spitter. Deal with these guys. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, at least the speed allows me to stay reasonably safe. I also have a fair bit of dodge chance, so even when I do connect with something, there's a good chance that I won't actually take damage. Or I'll just take damage twice in a row there. I guess the percentages aren't that high. Oh dear, okay. I left quite a bit on the ground there. I'll take the beanie, yeah. Extra speed at the expense of range. Okay, 7 crit means a fair bit more money. 9 dodge means a fair bit more safety. 3 lifesteal is nice too. This is a tricky one. I actually feel a little bit too exposed. I'm going to go for the dodge chance there. 3 melee damage plus 5 max HP. The little muscle dude is very appealing. Missile, I don't like throwing away attack speed as it interacts with my lifesteal that I'm relying on quite a bit. So this is a reroll. Level 2 hatchet. Yeah, I think I'll merge this. I could throw away the tier 1 spear though. I'll merge the spears and grab the hatchet. Oops. Let's close the tooltip, get the blindfold, grab the bat for a little bit of extra lifesteal. I'll do one more reroll just to see what I'm offered. Okay, cool. I got a spear. I'll actually grab the spear and I won't keep anything else. Okay. This was a decent power-up shop. Cashed out a fair bit as well. Okay. Okay, tentacles are actually quite resilient and refuse to go down quickly. Okay, snipe the spawning in spitters. Okay, they're getting away now. Or not. Yeah, this is definitely going reasonably well. Okay, we got some tentacles, but only one alive currently, so that's not too much of a threat. Yeah, fortunately the clearing power is still very much sufficient to deal with most of the enemies. And got the final tree as well. Didn't actually leave that many materials on the ground. Oh, another muscly dude. Cool. Losing the range though, that's a little bit worrying. Gonna recycle the eye surgery. 10 luck's interesting. Well, luck is actually pretty low, so I think I'll pick that up, even though it's getting a little late for that. Let's re-roll this. I'm being offered Thief Daggers now because of this thing, I think. That's a little bit unfortunate. 2 melee damage is not terrible. Banner's quite interesting. This would allow me to regain some of that lost range and also get some attack speed, so I will actually pick that up. I lost a bit of lifesteal there, but I think that's acceptable. Oh my. Okay, I think we're going in a slightly more risky direction now. Getting a bunch of extra range, getting extra speed. So range is 102 now. Hatchets. Oh my, hatchets are on 176, daggers on 201. This blue spear is 426 and the red spear is 551. Yeah, that's right. The red spear actually has base range of 500. That's quite impressive. I'll grab the lemonade as well while I'm at it. I have a fair bit of luck, so food will actually be a reasonably reliable source of healing, so that makes sense. To buff that up a little bit. Get the buffers. Yeah, okay. I'm definitely feeling this range. Oh my gosh. This is so safe. I'm gonna grab the, or I'm gonna check the crit chance real quick. Okay, yeah, so I have 49 crit chance as well. I'm critting a ton. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of extra materials now. So yeah, 3 waves to go until 20. Or until the last shop, I guess. And then it's wave 20. So yeah, I might actually get a little bit greedier towards the end here, because right now I just got a huge power spike. This feels insanely powerful. Those night vision goggles are fantastic for me. Come on, let's poke down the armored heavy. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh, the spears with their nearly infinite range. What an amazing weapon. It's funny because I actually very rarely use the spear, even though I have quite a lot of respect for it. It's just, for whatever reason, it doesn't mesh with a lot of my builds that I'm going for. I'll take the 4 speed for 6 luck. I have 13 luck. I might be able to reroll for a purple here. I mean, 2 lifesteal is not bad. Formula damage is also not bad, but it's not that fantastic. Crit chance 10% attack speed. I actually want attack speed here. Yeah, more attack speed sounds pretty appealing. Baby the beard is effectively a dead item. I think I'll just grab the shady potion and reroll. Sad tomato. Okay, so I could start the way with half HP. Get 8 regen. That puts me on 6 regen. It gives me 1 hit point, or it gives me like 0.6 hit points per second, roughly speaking, which isn't terrible, but it is also fantastic. I could then stack a little bit of extra hit point regen on top of that. I'll just get some healing potential here. Yeah, this gives me like, yeah, 0.64 per second. It's not bad. I do start with 30 hit points at the start of the wave, which can be a little bit risky. Let's reroll one more time. So this gives me 6 armor, -3 regen, -3 lifesteal. This is, I think it's a little bit pricey for what it is. I mean, 6 armor is not bad. So I would be paying for 6 armor, but I'm losing lifesteal. It's getting a little too low if I pick that up, so I think I'm actually going to skip that. Compass gives me speed at the price, at the cost of crit chance, which I'm not ecstatic about. Yeah, I'm gonna skip these for now. So yeah, 2. Oh my god, here you ran into that guy. Okay, well, the medical turret is actually healing me quite nicely as well. That's another nice one to pick up. It actually works very nicely with Speedy in particular, because you can just do a circle around, do like a quick round around the level and just come back and get the quick heal. Because the cooldown does replenish, you know, even if you're not in range of the turret, so you can just quickly come into the range for a second, get the heal, and then run away again. Like I'm doing right now. Yeah, okay. At least the clearing potential is really good. Yeah. A little bit of more percentual damage would be quite fantastic, but honestly, the damage is already, I think, in a very healthy spot. Ooh, got a pretty nice little dodge there. Let's grab all these materials. Oh yes, got away with it. Okay, 23, level 23. I'm probably gonna actually reach level 25, which means full red level up. Losing a little bit of range for 4 speed. I'll take that. Yes, there's the percentual damage I was talking about. 60 range. This is interesting. The weapons are going to become slower, but I think I'll actually take that. Yeah, it's such a tempting offer. I am not going for the weird ghost. I've no thanks. 203 range on the hatchet. Incredible. What's the spear like? 578. Amazing. That's insane. The hatchet has basically the cacti-club base range now. Cool stuff. Let's reroll once. Oh, interesting, offering my cacti-club. I could actually take the tier 3 cacti-club too. That's the thing. What's the damage like on these things? Yeah, it's, I mean, it's, the DPS of the hatchet is almost double that of the cacti-club. But I could combine the spears and grab the cacti-club, which is kind of interesting actually, since it does have like a sweeping arc which deals heavy damage. You know what, I'll actually do that. I'll grab the cacti-club like this. I'll grab the lost duck as well, and I think that's good enough. Let's reroll once more. Octopus lifesteal. You know what, actually the max HP and lifesteal are very appealing, so I'm gonna keep the octopus for now. Time to just go. Okay, wave 18 is actually somewhat spooky. Alright. These buffed horned chargers are really quick. That I think is worth keeping in mind. They have spelled doom for me before, so definitely respect those little guys. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this is going reasonably well. Man, I really want to stop for a second, but so much extra damage if I stop, so gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. 3 crates from this wave. That's actually quite amazing. Let's see what I get. Toolbox, that's a recycled. Baby gecko, that's a recycle. Wheelbarrow, that's a recycle. Okay, cool. Very exciting crates. Bandana is a dead item. Octopus I will pick up, so this is wave 19. Let's reroll once just to see maybe I get something interesting. Let's go. I guess we're going for more range. I want to get 600 range spear 4s. That sounds good. I'll actually just go. So this is gonna give me over 300 mats. It's gonna put me over 2k. Yeah. Yeah. This piggy bank has earned me a lot of value. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, this is crazy. Like, it almost feels like I'm playing a ranged build. Things are dying quite far away from me, considering it's a melee build. So what am I missing? I'm missing a bit of dodge. I still want a little bit of extra dodge. That's it would be cool to get to the cap. I'm actually, oh my, I'm taking a lot of damage there. All right, time to heal up. Get the food. Very good, very good. Yeah, that's the thing that's a little bit funky, the wanting to stop part. You can actually time it, but it's really risky with this character. And I don't think I can really tank the boss very effectively, which is another thing that slightly worries me. Okay, cool. Right, I have plenty of money to work with. Tractor's a recycle. Okay, there's my 9% dodge. Right on cue. Dangerous bunny is not really worth it anymore. Plastic explosive, unfortunately no. Gambling token, absolutely. So dodge is 55. Okay, just 5% more, and I'm set. Do I want to throw away one of the hatchets for the spear? Not really. Blue spear, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't really merge anything in a way that I want to. I'm tempted to. Nah, I don't want to throw away the cacti-club, I guess. Even though it might be worth throwing away since the spear, the extra range on the spear does make it just so much more safe. But a little bit in defense. I guess I'll take more crit chance. Armor's negative though, that's a little bit scary. Unfortunately, I don't use explosives. Being offered a lot of explosive items actually. Okay, so that's the purple spear. Flamer is somewhat tempting to. So if I would take the Flamer, I would get a bunch of lifesteal procs. Interesting hatchet and spear. Blood donation is a no-go. 4% speed is kind of interesting actually, I'll take that. Another wandering bot is also pretty good actually. Yeah, 2 wandering bots is already nothing to scoff at, yeah. Yeah, metal and blood leech, compass. I'm throwing away crits, I'm not taking that. White flag, that's interesting. Kami Berserker is also kind of interesting. I don't want to throw away armor though. Yeah, negative enemy. Nah, that's not really necessary. Tree's nice because that's a little bit of extra sustain. So is the butterfly. Gentle alien is a no-go at this point. Again, blue spear instead of a blue hatchet is kind of tempting. So what am I looking at? Yeah, these are hitting way too fast. I'll actually recycle that and grab this. I think that's the play. A little bit crit chance of melee damage, that's good. A little bit of speed, that's good as well. Okay, tier 3 hatchet, absolutely. And I will grab the Gummy Berserker. I think I am ready to go. Let's do this. Hey there, buddy. Whoa. Uh-oh. Gotta be careful. Just don't get hit. Oh my god. I'm a little bit scared there. Oh, these bullets are dangerous. Got a clutch dodge there. Oh, another one. That's why I get the dodge for the boss wave. Oh, damn. Took a lot of damage right for them there. Alright, that's Speedy's done. On Danger 1, I think that's actually a new personal best because I had only beaten the game on Danger 0 with this guy. This was a pretty good run. I will say this, I think shurikens are safer. I definitely like the spears. I think spears with the Speedy are quite cool. So let's see the stats real quick. 75 max HP, 8% hit point regen. This is not very exciting, but the 75 max HP is actually pretty important, I think, on this guy. You need to be able to take a few hits. 19 lifesteal is very solid. 51 damage could have been higher. 63 melee is obviously pretty high, but obviously Speedy just gets a lot of flat melee damage naturally. Range elemental is irrelevant. 59% attack speed could have been a little bit higher. 50% crit is very solid, considering that I didn't go for precise weapons. So I didn't really dip into the precise modifiers. So yeah, 50 crit is pretty high. -1 engineering, irrelevant. 179 range is very high, quite unusual. I almost never really do high range on melee weapons, but this honestly worked out really quite nicely. I'm very happy with how well it worked. -1 armor, not impressive. 55 dodge, almost a dodge cap, so that's a pretty good amount. 83 speed is obviously very high, but it's also because Speedy gets 30 from the get-go. Still, this is high speed, nevertheless. 43 luck, pretty respectable, nothing special. And -16 harvesting, also nothing special, pretty irrelevant, all things considered, since I did have the piggy bank right here, which earned me tremendous amounts of money over the course of the game. So yeah, this is the Speedy done. Join me next time when I play the last potato in the second row, the Entrepreneur. Until then, take care.